Good morning. I intended to sing this last night when I had my nighttime voice, but the video I made about Texas, about the Texas Exodus, which had got me thinking about this song, and then I promised you that I would sing this song, and I had to go learn this song. And I wasn't in shape last night to do it. It took me a really long time to make that video, and I had multiple interruptions yesterday and a couple of technical problems. So this is that Guy Clark song that I promised you, LA Freeway. And there's kind of a story with this song. There's a little bit of lore with this. There's a couple people mentioned in this song. One of them is Skinny Dennis, and the other is Susanna. And Skinny Dennis was a bass player who played with a lot of the Texas songwriters at the time who were coming out to L.A. There was the singer-songwriter movement kind of happening in L.A. at the time, where Jackson Browne and Joni Mitchell and Neil Young and everybody was here. And so Guy Clark had come out from Texas, hoping to make his fame and fortune, and nothing much was happening. Susanna was his girlfriend, and Skinny Dennis was a bass player who gigged with him, played stand-up bass. And Skinny Dennis had a disease called, I think it was Marfan's syndrome. Excuse me, let me see if I can wake my voice up. I believe it was called Marfan's syndrome. And he was very, very tall, like somewhere in the neighborhood of 6'11" or something like that, weighed about 135 pounds. Very, very tall, skinny guy. And he played with Guy and played with Townes Van Zandt and other Texas people who came into town. You know, people know the same people, direct them to the bass player. And so he gigged with all these guys. So he's mentioned in the song, and Susanna's mentioned in the last verse, and they ended up getting married. She was his girlfriend at that point. They ended up getting married, and they stayed together for their whole lives. And she passed away about, 6-7 years ago, something like that. And he died a few years later. But good run, right? I mean, you meet somebody and you fall in love and you have a dream and you manage to achieve it in the best possible sort of sense, and you stay together and you love each other. I mean, that's pretty great. So no sadness on that part for Guy Clark and the great life he lived. Skinny Dennis didn't last as long. Skinny Dennis died on stage at age 28. He was playing at a little place down at the beach called Captain Jack's in Sunset Beach, where I myself used to drink when I lived in Long Beach and was dating a girl in Sunset Beach who lived in Sunset Beach, Michelle. And we would sometimes go in there and drink and carry on. It was a place for pirates and brigands and scoundrels of all sorts back in the day. And he was on stage there and died of heart failure at age 28. I think I'm in tune close enough. But so that was a sad end for Skinny Dennis. But I believe when Guy wrote the song that Skinny Dennis was still alive. But so that's in the second verse. So I'm going to play this song. And I worked all day yesterday in breaks from when I was making the video to get the finger picking down on this. And I am just not a very good finger picker. And the level of nervousness to sit in front of a camera and have to do finger picking is not going to make it for me. I'll have to work a little harder on that finger pick thing to get it down, and maybe I'll get it next time I play this song. But I'm going to do it with a pick. So here we go. Pack up all your dishes, make note of all good wishes, say goodbye to the landlord for me. Sons of bitches always bore me. Throw out the old LA papers, moldy box of vanilla wafers. Adios to all this concrete, gotta get me some dirt road back street. If If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, down the road in a cloud of smoke to some land that I ain't bought. If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, down the road. Here's to you, old skinny Dennis, the only one I think I will miss. I can hear your old bass singing, sweet and low like a gift you're bringing. Play it for me one more time now. We gotta give it all we can now. I believe everything you're saying. Promise me that you keep on playing. If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, down the road in a cloud of smoke to some land that I ain't bought. If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught. Leave the pink slip in the mailbox, leave the key in the old front door lock. They will find it likely as not, with all the things that we have forgot. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry, babe. Love's a gift that's surely handmade. We got something to believe in. Don't you think it's time we're leaving? If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, down the road in a cloud of smoke to some land that I ain't bought. If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, down the road. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you coming over.